this book, is it passing offering?
Ngon le wong le ren po che nu sa ja che wa nam ji nang tu wang wang ai hong wu tu shu wa le xiong wei xiong yong xie xiao xie me to du hui na xie che xiao xie zi ru mo la so ba nam pra la zi le cho bi mo wo dong ba chi le ne jo yu jian je ni bi du wa che pa jian nu ta ta nyam pa shu English.
From emptiness arises Hong, from which appears a wide open jeweled vessel. Therein are Om, Ah, and Hong, melting and transforming into light. From this light appears Vajra drinking water, bathing water, flowers, incense, light, perfume, food, and music, appearing as celestial substances. They are essentially void, and as objects of the six sense powers, their purpose is to generate extraordinary, undefiling bliss. These offerings become as vast as space.
Om benza argam ahum, Om benza padin ahum, Om benza bubi ahum, Om benza dubi ahum, Om benza aluge ahum, Om benza gende ahum, Om benza nivedi ahum, Om benza shabda. Ki je ke ben de den la rang ni pang ma zhu ma se be tu karan da be den la ne be hong ye yin zha hen do da wu le wo zi ren chu yin yin wo su wu du ji ko ro ti nang tu la zhi tang chung sam tam chi dur ji sa yi Dorje chawa chenpo te da huan zaman nam dorje de chawa de ro de che wa ti che ro de me me pong kong je de bar yin chou bar song wei ko lo gun ne yang shen jia che ba shu.
I appear at once as the exalted Mother Tara, seated on a lotus and moon, with a radiant sapphire-colored Hong on a moon disk at my heart. Its light shines from above, below, and all around, forming a Vajra dome with an inner canopy. The Vajra ground is its enormous matrices spread out in all directions. Vajra nets and arrows fill all the spaces in between. Outside, it is enclosed by a Vajra fence surrounded by a single orb of blazing wisdom fire. The vibrating protection sphere expands extensively.
Om Aryara Darim Banzara Chara Chavum Ram Pangme Goror Sevi Tuke Damye Margian Doya Dab Ozre Donsun Jiken Jin Kamsun Chobi Jumden De Ma Sanje Dang Chanchu Sembe Gorvara Jen Cham
I manifest as the exalted Mother from the Tom at my heart, Emerald-colored light radiates throughout the cosmos of a billion worlds and invites the Transcendent Mother and her retinue of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Benzara Samanza Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Bema Karma Laye Sadam Re Sabare Vare Argan Badin Bube Dube Alogen Gende Nevede Shabda Badin Zaya La dan la me jo pian jian xia ji bian mo la du te pong wa gun le zhun zi ma zhu ma yong la chang sa re du.
Homage and praise to the exalted Mother Tara, who liberates from all misfortune and at whose lotus feet all devas and asuras bow their crowns in reverence.
Jesu pa ma zhun ma dong shu ju tu song shu ba ye jar wa zi ye tam che la gun ne tam me cha che wo me to du ku man me che xie zi ru mo la so ba gun ju ru yi ji zhu ne bu pa me so na xie su su ru Toma mine tati varar mege judon zaminga Asemne nyomo manjuror ve di kwatam chi yavaraji Nyen turan jara chanchu sen so su je ula so be Tu son ge waji zaba son la ne da yiran Sem jen nam je zamba dang lo ye che zha che da ba che chung tu mon ti ba ye chu jin ko lo go tu sor khor wa che si ma tong wa nyang en men da tu ge ye dung ra jan su chen wa na sem jen nam la se su sor Da ke so na je za ba tam je zun chu chen wo ring bor me thon ro wa ye den be be tu da shu je.
Page 12. Exalted Mother Tara and all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas abiding in the 10 directions and 3 times, I prostrate to you with complete sincerity. I offer real, imagined flowers, incense, oil lamps, fragrance, food, music, and the like. Gathering of the Exalted Mother, please accept them. I confess the 10 non-virtues, the 5 grave acts with immediate result, and every misdeed of the mind controlled by afflictions from beginningless time until now. I rejoice in the merit of all virtues accumulated in the 3 times by the hearers, solitary realizers, bodhisattvas, ordinary beings, and the like. Please turn the wheel of the Dharma of the greater, lesser, and common vehicles according to the dispositions and mental capacities of sentient beings. Until samsara is empty, please do not enter nirvana, but gaze with compassion upon sentient beings drowning in an ocean of pain. May all the merit I have amassed become the cause of awakening, and may I soon become a glorious guide of transient beings.
Page
Page
12.
12.
Jesu pa ma zhun ma dang chu chu tu song shu ba ye jar wa zi je tam che la gun ne tam me cha che bo me to du ku man me che xie zi ru mo la so ba ngon ju ru yi je zhu ne bu pa me so nam shi su so Ato ma mi ne ta te wa me ge ju dong san mi nga sam ne nyo mo ma ju re de kwa tam chi ya ba ra chi nian to ran ja ra xiang chu sen so su je bu la so be tu son ge ba je za ba so na la ni da ye ra Sem chen nam je samba da lo ye je da che da wa che chung tu mo ti fa ye chu jen ko lo go tu so kor wa je se ma thong hwa ra nyang ye men da du ye ye adu ngara jan su chen ma ye sem chen nam la se so Da ke so na je sa ba ya tam ji jiang chu ju ju ne ren bu me to zhuo wa ye zhen bi be tu da chu jie so yin na ran ke nian kar tian ba re chu ru
The field of accumulation dissolves into my heart.
On shune da jana bandra su ba wa e ma go ha ran ke tu ke sa mu je wu je sung wa dang zi bara du be shu tam chi wo se dong ba chen bu da mi bara shu ru dong ba ti ngang le bam le chung we chu che na so da ma dong dang dian ba xin de zi xin ye de wong wu se sen zhe den tu a ga de bo yong se chu wa le chung we da we jin ko nya kang we wu se nam o ba la wong bo dam jian sen ba le 我这看什么身前他们见几块钱不记账，就周里求的军店的没空旁拉古，所人的用是就是话的让你继续做嘛。工作人不接，马给人不在把大夫，我这里做工作出别，写的装备娘汤点不。 cha turzu je bora jembe lama jabdu si bora changwa ju ro longbe na su jan lang su je shin gai be nyam sen sambo sum che zan ye dang be ji sambo je ju ze yong ba la yu ba tu kan zi jin da ma nian je tie ka 愿古拉王波南如肯边卓别拉吉杰多哟当没有，这把人当写图没把人不接那，所有古见都下都当嘎拉不见角度。 小的那所别见这下身边寂寞中开修。 这我的我嘎的不真把啊马的不偷开红我不，啊切巴拉图。 波达拉内贡巴汤扎别军殿的马拉桑杰当，强求身边所巴的美巴国罗巴见长。
To page 15. The light issuing from the seed syllable at my heart transforms all phenomena subsumed within perceiver and perceived into selfless, luminous, and vast emptiness. From this empty state arises the syllable palm, which transforms into 1,000-petaled, variegated lotus of exquisite beauty. In the center of its pollen bed is a white ah that transforms into a full moon mandala. At its center is a tam, which transforms into a blue utpala marked with a tam. It emits light that frees all sentient beings from the 8 and 16 kinds of fear, thereby bringing them into the state of the transcendent mother. When the light returns, I transform into the exalted lady, Mother Tara, like a green mountain of emeralds. My light shines into all directions, and I glow with a radiant smile. My hair is tied in a top knot at my crown, while the rest falls loosely down my back. I am a 16-year-old blossoming youth with a charming demeanor. I am adorned with 32 major and 80 minor marks of excellence. My right hand is extended in the gesture of supreme giving, while my left hand holds at my heart the stem of an utpala blooming at my ear. Beautiful upper and lower garments made of celestial rainbow-colored silk, a precious tiara made of various gems, a short necklace, a medium-length necklace, a long necklace, a belt, armbands, wristlets, and a sash belt are among the precious ornaments that decorate me splendidly. Sitting in a cross-legged bodhisattva pose, my forehead is marked with white om, my throat with red ah, and my heart with blue hung. The light radiating from these 3 syllables invites the Transcendent Mother and an unfathomable retinue of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas resembling herself to come from their natural abodes and from the pure land of Potala in particular.
Banzara samanzara Podala yene jone da yin jian kuli chongxin da ye wu jie zhuo wa zhuo zhuo ma kur jie ye su soro pao ma kur jie chong ba le da jia zuo na gar wa dian da ke chu yong xi li tu qi xin kur jie xiu su soro.
Tara, born from a green tom, whose light frees sentient beings, please come here with your entourage from the pure land of Potala. We welcome the exalted Mother Tara and her retinue. Through your presence, we are blessed with merit and good fortune. Please accept these offerings and remain together with your retinue until the end of samsara.
Pema karma la ye sa dam za hum ba bo che jian chang bie yi xie ba tang gong bie tam cai ban so so chu la chu xia ba da ra tian ba ra ye chu ru la yang tu ke sa mu liu jie wang la ri nga jian chang.
Thus the wisdom and Samaya beings merge as one, just as water blends with water. Once again, the light emerging from the seed syllable at my heart invites the empowerment deities of the 5 families.
Om benze gula sabare vare argam badin za soha. Om benze gula sabare vare badin badin za soha. Om benze gula sabare vare bube badin za soha. Om benze gula sabare vare duvam badin za soha. Om benze gula sabare vare aluge bardin za so. Benze gula sabare vare gende bardin za so. Om benze gula sabare vare nevede bardin za so. Om benze gula sabare vare shabda bardin za so. sarva tatangata ambikin sadu mang she surva tabi wangki lir humba chanshu simji dusi gangwa namne Om sarva tatangata ambikin gada sama aye wong she humbi chu wang guru Rima da chu la ji shou dun chi wa le rai jie da hu wo pa mi bi wei jin wang ke la na rang ni la tian ba chu.
Om Sarva Tathagata Abhikansa to Mam. Having supplicated in this way, the empowerment deities holding vases filled with bodhicitta nectar proclaim Om Sarva Tathagata Abhikakata Samaya Shirye Hong, and thus confer empowerment. The vase nectar fills my body and purifies defilements. The overflow at the crown forms an ornament of Amitabha, the Lord of the family. Then the empowerment deities dissolve into me.
O Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Argam Badinza Sova Om Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Badin Badinza Sova Om Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Bube Badinza Sova Om Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Duvam Bardin Zaso Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Aluge Bardin Zaso Om Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Gende Bardin Zaso Om Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Nevede Bardin Zasoha Om Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Shabda Bardin Zasoha English.
Om Jetsuma Pamadumala Chatsalo Sari Om. Homage to the noble exalted Tara. Homage Taras with courageous eyes that flash as fast as lightning, sprung from Lord Chandra's bursting, lotus heart as ocean of tears. Homage Tara, whose face blends 100 autumn moons at their feet, shining with expanding brightness, like 1,000 stars assembled. Homage Tara, golden mother, hand adorned with a blue lotus, giving effort, diligence, peace, patience, meditation, your sphere. Homage Tara, the scorned one's crown, your victorious deeds are boundless, relied on by bodhisattvas, who have gained every perfection. Homage Tara, filling form, space, desire realms with two Tara, and home trampling 7 worlds with your feet able to summon all. Homage Tara, served by Indra, Agni, Brahma, Marud, mighties, praised and sung by hosts of spirits, zombies and eaters and yakshas. Homage Tara, with tread and tail, you crush magic wheels of others, your feet pressing left out, right in, blazing in a raging fire. Homage to the very dreadful destroyer of Mara, soldier, frowning with a fury on your lotus face, you slay opponents. Homage, Tara, at your heart you form the mudra of 3 jewels. Your will shines in all directions with a swirling sea of light rays. Homage, Tara, crown emitting like garlands of jubilant joy, with mocking to Tara laughter, demons and the world you conquer. Homage, Tara, who can summon all the hosts of earth protectors, frowning, scowling with lively hung, you save from every misfortune. Homage, Tara, with crescent moon, crown all ornaments bright shining. Amitabha in your hair knot, shining with eternal radiance. Homage, Tara, in a blazing, aeon-ending fire garland, right leg stretched out and left drawn in. Joy surrounds you as you slay foes. Homage, Tara, striking the ground with palm, stomping it with your feet, frowning wrathfully, shouting home. 7 underworlds you shatter. Homage, Tara, blissful, pure, calm, you who ex from peace, nirvana, endowed with Swaho and Om, you lay waste to the greatest evil. Homage, Tara, joy surrounds you as you tear foes' flesh to pieces. Savior is born from Rikpahong, speech proclaiming 10 seed letters. Homage to Re, stamping your feet, you whose essence is the shape hung, shaking Mount Meru Mandara, Bindushala and the triple world. Homage, Tara, holding a hair, marked moon like a heavenly lake, with twice spoken Tara hand pale. You fully erase all poison. Homage, Tara, served by rulers of God's Kinaras and Devas, armored in all cheerful splendor. You dispel nightmares and conflicts. Homage, Tara, your eyes shining with the light of sun and full moon. You dispel severe contagion with twice Hara and Tara. Homage, Tara, whose 3 natures come and peace creating power. You slay spirits, the walking dead, Yaksha's most exalted Ture. This is the praise with root mantra, and these are 21 tributes.
Page 22. Jisu Pama Druma La Chansa Lo Chansi Druma Nyurma Pamo Jene Gije Lo Tandrama Jiken Sum Gong Chu Ji Xie Ji Kesara Ji Wa Li Ne Chung Ma Chansi Dong Kien Kangwa Jani Zei Bi Xie Ma Karma Dong Chan So Ba Nam Ji Rab Du Ji Bi Wo Ran Bar Ma Chang Si Se Ngo Chu Ni Ji Ji Ben Mi Cha Ni Nan Bar Ji Ma Jin Ba Zong Zhu Ga Tu Xie Wa So Ba Sam Tian Ju Yu Ni Ma Chang Si Ti Yin Ye Bi Zu Tur Taye nambra jarbe jo ma lu paru chimbe tobe jarbe se je shin du de ma chang se du da ra hong ye ge do ta cho ta nam ka kan ma ji tian dun bo sha je ne de lu pa mi ba go ba nu ma chang ci jia jin me lai san pa long lai na zuo wang qiu qiu ma zhong bo ro lang zhi zi nam tang no ji suo jian du ne do ma chang ci ji jie jia tang pi jie pa ru zhu guo ra du ju ma ye kuang yong jiang xiao ji nian de men bara zhou ba xin tun ba ma chang xie du ren ji kwa qian bo du jie ba wu nan bara ju ma xu qie xian ne zhuo ni dian zi zha wu tam qi ma lu zuo ma chang xie guan jiu song song qia ji sun mo tu kar nan bara jian ma ma lu zhuo jian guo lu jian bi rang jie wo jie suo nan zhong ma chang xie rab du ga wa ji bi wu jian wu jian chen wa bi ma su da ra ye du dang ji gen wang tu zi ma chang xie sa ye zhong wei suo na tam jin gou ba nu ma ni ma chu ni yu wei ye ge hong ke pong wa tam jin nan ba zhu ma chang xie da ba tu wu jian jian ba tam jin tun ba ma re pe chu ne wo pa mi le da pa ra xin du wo ran zi ma chang xie gar wan ta mi me dar bar wen chen wai wu ne ne ma ye kuang yong jiang gu ne gu ge zha ye bong ne nan bar ju ma chang xie sa ye ngu la cha ke di jie nu jian xiao jie dong ma chu ni re jian jie ye ge hong ke ren ba dun bo nam ne ge ma chang xie de ma ge ma xie ma nya ge de xian ju yu nie ma so ha wom ta yang da den bi de kwa qian bu ju ma ni ma chang xie gun ne go ra ga bi zha ye lu ne ra du ge ma ye ge ju bi nga ne go bi re pe hong le zhu ma ni ma chang xie du re xia ni da bi hong jie nan bar sa mu ni ma re ra me da ra tan bi ji ji tian song na yo wa ni ma chang xie la ye suo na nan bar re da da qian cha na na ma da ra ni ju pi jie ye ge tou na ma le ba ne si ma chang xie la ye suo na ma jar bo la tan me ye jie dian ma gun ne ko cha ga wa ji jie zu dang men lang gen ba si ma chang xie ni man da wa ji bi jian ni bo la wo ra xin zi ha ra yu du da ra ye xin tu zha hu ram ni si ma chang xie ti ni zom nan gu bi xie bi tu ta yang da de ma dong ta ro la nu ji so na jun ba du ri rab jo ni ma za wi nga ke du ba de da cha se wa ni ni xue za che. Yeah, more English.
Homage to the noble, to exalted Tara. Homage Tara, swift, courageous, eyes that flash as fast as lightning, strong from guardian risings bursting, lotus heart eyes, ocean of tears. Homage Tara, whose face blends 100 autumn moons at their peak, shining with expanding brightness, like 1,000 stars assembled. Homage Tara, golden mother, and adorned with a blue lotus, paving effort, diligence, peace, patience, meditation, your sphere. Homage Tara, thus gone once found, your victorious deeds are boundless, relied on by bodhisattvas, who have gained every perfection. Homage Tara, filling form, space, desire round with you, Tara, and home trampling 7 worlds with your feet able to summon all. Homage Tara, served by Indra, Agni, Brahma, Marut, mighties, praised in song by hosts of spirits, zombies, anteaters, and yakshas. Homage Tara, with tread and pair, you crush magic wheels of others, your feet pressing left or right in, blazing in a raging fire. Homage to a very dreadful and destroyer of Mara's soldiers, crowning with a fury on your lotus face, you slay appointments. Homage Tara, at your heart you form the mudra of 3 jewels. Your wheel shines in all directions with a swirling sea of light rays. Homage Tara, crown emitting like garlands of jubilant joy, with mocking to Tara laughter, and demons and the world you conquer. Homage Tara, who can summon all the host of earth protectors, frowning, scowling with lively home. You save from every misfortune. Homage Tara, with crescent moon, crown all ornaments bright shining. Amitabha in your hair knot, shining with eternal radiance. Homage Tara in a blazing, unending fire garland, right leg stretched out and left drawn in. Joy surrounds you as you slay foes. Homage Tara, striking the ground, with palm stomping it with your feet, crowning wrathfully, shouting home. 7 underworlds you shatter. Homage Tara, blissful, pure, calm, you who acts from peace, nirvana, endowed Swaha and Om, you lay waste to the greatest evil. Homage Tara, joy surrounds you as you tear foes' flesh to pieces. Savior is born from Ripahon, speech proclaiming 10 seed letters. Homage to race tramping your feet, you whose essence is the shape home, shaking Mount Meru Mandara, Vindusha and the triple world. Homage Tara, holding a hair, marked moon like a heavenly lake, with twice spoken Tara and Pe, you fully erase all poison. Amen. Ishtara, served by rulers of God's kinnaras and devas, armored in all cheerful splendor. You dispel nightmares and conflicts. Homage, Tara, your eyes shining with the light of sun and full moon. You dispel severe contagion with twice Hara and Tutara. Homage, Tara, whose three natures come and peace creating power. You slay spirits, the walking dead, Yaksha's most exalted Ture. You, this is the praise with root mantra, and these are 21 tributes.
Tu karanda ve ten tu dam ye jang ku om bar ve ta om da re du re so ha nga je yong kor tu kor va le wen cho la ma ye dan pa wen kan ru so dang trang song rui guan zi ba se ngo ro nye ba nam je tu je la jar bu chen bu xie la so la mi tie pong nam jie se tang bian zhe dian yu nu jian ji tian kam jie xie chu la so bian nu pa zhong wan qian bu xi ju dang nu tu tam qi wo zi mar gi da wu du de rang ke tu ke ngang chen la tian la wu chuo zhō bā rī zhō sim qian nam la po te tam qi jum dian di mi kong pang la gu ne zhō wē tong qi la rang ki tu ki sa wong ta ngang chen la tian pa ra chu.
A green tongue shining brightly at my heart upon a moon is surrounded by the mantra Om Tare Tutare Ture Soham, turning to the left and radiating with light. The sublime compassion and blessings of the gurus, yadams, host of dakas and dakinis, the rishi sages, and those who have attained a Vijayadhara's life. The longevity and wealth of gods and humans leaders like the four great kings, the potential energies such as the life essences of the animate and inanimate phenomenal realms, and all the vital essences and powers of the four great elements are all summoned in the form of emerald green light and dissolve into the mantra garland at my heart. Rays of light stream forth once again, touching all sentient beings in the 6 realms and bringing them to the state of the transcendent mother. Thus, the benefit of beings is fulfilled, and the light returns to my heart, dissolving with the seed and mantra garland.
Om Rutse Ramane Vardhanaye Soha 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 Om Rutse Ramane Paravadanaye Soha Om Rutse Ramane Paravadanaye Soha Om Dare Du Re 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 Soha Om Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Ha. 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 Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So. Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Du 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 Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Du 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 Dare Re So Ha. Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Ha. Dare Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Dare Du Re So Ha. Om Dare Du 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 Dare Du Re Om da re du re so re du re so Om da re re so Om da re du re so Om da re 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 Om da re so Om da re 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 re so da re so Om da re re so Om da re re so Om da re re so da re re so Om 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 da re re so da re re so Om da re re so Om da re re so Om da re so da re re so Om da re re mo Om da re re so 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 Om da re dare du Om dare du re so Om dare du re Om dare du re so 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 dare du re so Om 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 hare du re do Om dare du re so 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 dare du re so Om dare du re so Om dare so Om dare du re so Om Dare Du Dare Dure Soha Om Dare Du Dare Dur Soha Om Dare Du Dare Dure Soha Om Dare Du Dare Dure Soha Om Dare Dare Dure Soha Om Dare Du 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 Dare Dure Soha Om Dare Dure Soha Om Dare Dare Dure Soha Om Dare Du 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 Dare Dure Soha Ina trayo
Ashitela ngayo.
Vaya, nga zo kasan tere ma je lo shogdang juksei tere roa.
And we continue on page 11, continuing from yesterday.
Te chi du tene ta tere sogyen so se de. Nga rang so ta ji su ma se roa. Te nga rang so ji su ma se de tu ke tamye le ozia ma gi da shan jiang kun sa dan do jiang kun da chu ne. Te jo dong som ji tian kan tam ji kan te do te jum den ji su ma ra jum den de ma sa ji su ma. What did you do my Sanjay Chansho Simbatamji, what the Mambos then, Rank Duke Namkal so Jianchang? What in window some of the
And so here we come to inviting the field of accumulation. And so it's says, I manifest as the exalted mother. So I visualize myself as Tara. From the dam at my heart, emerald colored light radiates. So that's green light throughout the cosmos of a billion worlds and invites the transcendent mother, which is Tara, and her retinue of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And so we think of them coming here into the space in front of me.
then Arya Daria said, I was on La Pomadrum Marwa, Sabarivars and Quartanti Bar. That's a Quartanti Bar. Lord Banzar Samanza, Senaji and Chame Tondachi. What in Joe Arya Daria Sabarivar, Bema Ganamala, Sanata show source. What in Runda was it?
And then next is the mantra. And so we already mentioned yesterday, Aryatara. Saparivara is together with all your retinue, Tara and your retinue. Vajrasamajam is we invite you here. And then Aryatara, Saparivara, so Tara and her retinue. Padma Kamalayastvam, that is please be seated, please stay here.
Then Sojan Kilat the Argam Ariatari Sabariverse, Argam Bading Buve Duvet Zokitan Chobatia Purva.
And the next is the offering mantra, Argam Padim and so on. So here we are making these offerings to Tara and her retinue.
That in Joe today, Tendo Dobajin, the Wala and Hami Jopianji, Shabji Bemola, Pumakun, Drumayon Chancellor, Stala, Lamaye, Takarina, Sami, Shab, Jitume Shab to race, Shabji Bemola, Kundu Chigres, Kukor Chigres. Or then is a Simtian Gange Oba, the Tamji, so draw to me, Pomas and or Gange Yoba, or the draw to me, Drunziba, Drumayom, Chansa those. What that dramatic chance again on the way.
And next is the praise. So homage and praise to the exalted Mother Tara, who liberates from all misfortune. So these are words of respect and praise to Tara. Tara who liberates all sentient beings from their suffering, from their difficulties, whose lotus feet all devas and asuras, all gods and demigods, bow their crowns in reverence.
다 진저 들어 연락 된 바전도 다티 연락 된 바, 다는 가서 소진 클라트라 푸고 그래. 어디 연락 된 바, 푸디트네 나랑서 카르나티 소남 소소 토비아타 디파타 드바티 파르차네 소남 소소 토비아 어디 요래 다 연락 된 바들라 지탄신나 다 차세야 그냥 어떤 저베 그냥 되네 디파야야 그냥 개와지에 연락 연락 대초지 코로 세티 그냥 냥암다 다 요런 거 주로 진짜 통치로 와 티키나 팅어와 와 팅아와 요로와 와 팅어고세 다 연락 듬바스 와 팅아 듬바스 푸나 가서 저바장 소소 와 테요르다 소gen 팀오나 랑 두일 오섬 쇼도 상 랑 테바 모파 테 연락 두 푸나 고요네 슈퍼 쇼디레 나지레 와다 소소 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 라레 요레 초난 탐지建议 뇌배제라 라트네 서와다 추 탐지 뇌바트 캐치보 레송도 어저거든 가서 시험제 제네바치 어디 지나데 지주만 오늘 쇼데레 나시리 어템 에르크다 자연디네 tinju 마로 어템디 시험제 제키나나 다 지주만 다 쇼요 something 가서 연하 뇌바트 퓨인 좀 어템디 지나 어템 가서 대표가 그나 이 편토요레스
And so then next are the 7 branches which are offered to this field of accumulation to the deity in the retinue. And by making this offering of 7 branches, we purify obscurations and negative karma. And as a result of that, we accumulate great merit. And so to summarize, those 7 branches are prostration, making offerings, confessing negativities, rejoicing in virtues, requesting to turn the wheel of Dharma, requesting not to pass into nirvana, but to stay for a long time, and then finally to dedicate. And so if we make such an offering, we purify our obscurations and as a result accumulate great merit. And so when we make this offering, it's important that we do so thinking that the deity is really right there in front of us, and I have devotion, and I'm certain that the deity is really here. And then it becomes like the deity is really here, because it all depends on how you think about things. It is said that all phenomena depend on the condition of one's intention. So the intention or the way we set our mind is important. So we should focus single-pointedly and think that Tara is actually here, and then it will be like she's actually here. If we can't think that way, then of course it will not be like she's actually here. So when we make this offering of the 7 branches, the mind should be focused on Tara in front of us single-pointedly, and then it becomes a real offering to Tara.
tsarchimbo chadore tanga zo ho chuju na na su na re boten du chuju rimik nam da nyamna su chi na re ko su chi na tsela chenam jo thobya chenam tugje nyorwa chenam chewa bote yore ten du ngarang so jetang ta ngarang so jiba nan da sam no dang na ta te yorwa ta da ma ta jikem song gong chou de gang la ho la de kachi bianjian se kachi bianjian xiao zai er se de lam do ti gang ta我听对这所漂亮个了，新个人说的，这就把这个，后来路drupchö有的是，我这了没错，别嘛个罗斯规的，经济拉的，专门做经济拉的，路drupchö了普学是，这个很多，我这过去真的，真的咱没错的些，但路drupchö看了我，看见变成其他我们多空，我这我们多下，听对，这你妈这，看见变成个这茶叶跟对这做上马了，小人机有啥的。我秋的人机用对现在经常了，他秋是特别什么的，上马了，这上马了特没对现在茶叶这个俺已经没秋这点多其实，科技变迁的南北港他们的起有啥的，这起对现在科技变迁下去嘛多家人说啥，人说的现在可东巴萨的长征这就穷啥的，我这穷对现在科技变迁学会大伙的。 Jisu Druma Surwa, the Jisu Druma, the Bashi said to yourself. What is she said? Ten song, Jisu Druma, she Mazay. That's what the Numaza Jablo then is into she said is. The courage to touch on Kazanti, Ludrop, Chavaji, Tichanak, Shapsix and Domba Cha and the Shismos, what you take part of Majin Richmond those. The La Kavat courage is the Zigi Udu, or the Ninjitans Loma Imba. Tehako, the metal Bema Garbo, the pure particular what is to me long then, or the Ganson what is Drupchö Imba, or the long then, metal Bema Garbo, Puik Gecha Yorova. Or the Jetanse Tropilots, Namdana, the JC by your Tropilots as Sendo, Kong Namdana, the Tropilots at the Cousin Kachi Benja, so then Hunya Rindoa, a Kachi Benja, Hunya, the Tropilots as the Rindoa.
Konda nguma keranti song song ina metok kapo ti raba the kenshin kachi pension pula perwa tini single in guitar chomba
Single Rajumba Kachi Benja Goris, then Drupchö, Telefu
ale ji koro tini ko tudong de tama chiga mate barwa the tini drama ma pang ji yorwa
Well, that's it. That little crowd. The Kachi Benja Chidam goes to Samarwa. Then you must say Kachi Benja Chava Samala Choje, Sara Choyo, Chogo. Or Chogo Dredges, then Chogo that you can do some tail or Samarwa.
chik changmendo
Or Masandi, the Chava House. Tina Chava J. Kachi Benja on Tom Tingaji, one in him as the house of Russia.
ane kang di nga go da
I shaps the Madunga Sasarwa.
tini ko tap song
Don't bat him, so charge them to Chiosarwa.
oh okay okay and so then whoever engages in Tara practice will receive her blessings. It's really very precious, this practice. And she's really practiced throughout all the Tibetan traditions. Whoever, anyone who practices her will receive blessings quickly. And so also in our lineage, she's very important. For example, there's a story about when Thigten Sumden was alive. There was someone called Kachi Penchen, kind of a
Kachi Benja, Nalan Kembo Tamat, Kembo Tamat.
oh, he was the last Kempo or abbot of Nalanda University. And so he came to Tibet. Kachi Penchen came to Tibet, and so there were some Singalings in some arhats from Singaling, and they wanted to. Now Singaling nowadays is Sri Lanka, by the way, and so there were some arhats from Sri Lanka, so present-day Sri Lanka, and they gave Kachi Penchen a white flower, and they told him, offer this to Nagarjuna when you meet him. And so then he's a great blessed Lama, and then he took flower, but he didn't really know who is Nagarjuna. And so then one day he was among an assembly of monks, and so he was passing out dharma robes to those monks, but then he didn't have as a gift, but then he didn't have enough robes, so there were a few too less, not enough robes for all of them. But he himself was actually wearing a dharma robe. So then one of the monks then told him, why don't you give me your robe? Give me your robe. And that really upset him. And so then he hit that monk, and he actually hit him really hard. He was bleeding, and he had a lot of sores. So he hit him really hard. And he just thought that was really quite an audacity to request that of him. And so Kachi Penchen was also someone who would always practice Tara, and Tara always appeared to him directly. And so after that incident, then Tara did not appear to him. And one day she did appear, but she showed her back to him. So she did not show her front. And so he asked her, why do you just show me your back? And so then she said, it's because of how you treated a monk that belongs to Nagarjuna. That's a great negativity. And of course, he didn't know that that's a monk of Nagarjuna. He was actually a disciple of Lord Jigten Sumgön, but Jigten Sumgön was an emanation of Nagarjuna. And he was supposed to be the recipient of that white flower. So that was also one kind of prophecy that Tara gave, that Jigten Sumgön really is Nagarjuna, because Jigten Sumgön was supposed to receive the white flower, and he is an emanation of Nagarjuna. Anyways, this story comes from the life story of Drupchö Lotsa, and he Drupchö Lotsa. Drup is the name of a place. So Lotsa is a translator. So I guess the translator of Drup. And so he is from his life story. And so he was also the one who actually invited this Kache Pension to Tibet.
Then that show je bande at Shaina, that not so Jisuman so to them chi. The engine here to do then jump on us on the Chusi to the Jipaching to Jisuman Sora W to so Shetobia Chong. Then that whole royalty, that's a tumble hole dam mambo chang, and draw Toyo Marwasha, Tijela, that's a hoke Lalama Ishivo, the Mar Chonsa Tijil, the Losaka son the Shudu, the Choji Doje Dana son. Tanga hol sona simchen thong yung sa rebes so monam ze w ze ji make zong chone ta chona hol sona rodong chimbo yung sa res ina se de tung sa res what is tendu shuli ke chan do sha tendu choje tene ta ta ti te hol per ya tu ta ji wa hol tu ta ji je tang choje je ke shuksa 年堂是啥家的了，年堂是啥家的了？年堂准嘛，他是光美国的就就说他准嘛，他是我听说有了就准备，我就他们点做准嘛，在他有啥的，我听说的这就那听说恰到的，就是准嘛，做过图他们多。
Tini George Pöla Mapeng Latini ti Pögi Lama Chitong Song ti Kare. Pögi Lama.
Indonesia Perel chose Lingba. Chose Lingba Jaka Pedu. Choose to do jumps on Rogo Sarva, Trundam, Truting Town, choosing Yabo Yoma. Or think you choose Jigua and Dram down the Jisudrum as well as so much Shendoyat. Or attend to Chondoa.
Dicela Pöla Madongola.
Nimata who ya do shoulder ya ni Ngari, ya Lada, Ngari, Jaro, Halama, who said in Doa.
Lama Yishu.
Lama Yishu.
Lama Yishu, okay.
The Jara went there was then and talk about Georges, then and Thomas that Gale Mambo Jari. Or Titonda and the Tronse. Or the Gale Mambo Jati, Zerdrup, that Titonda, say, such a Kashi, the number of men sat into Kashi song, the young data Tronse.
Look at Henri.
The Koranke, Tapanja, Kashi, Tayin, Choji, then to the cheese, or to love it. Then on Losaka, not so Losaka down. Then that Choji, Jagal Dansho, Matati, Benches at Danshma, the whole. Shut in some non consultate, that's a Choji, then the Antiluchi. The Choji, Sena, who there was a chance of somebody in those. Changio somebody those such changes in the Gaja and drink my Android is on the or Android is what she nodded. Then I can do it and pair the Monaja do. That is she said that and a whole son and Rodon. There were you is.
And then also Jowa Tisha, his main practice, so the main practice of Jowa Tisha was also Tara. And for example, when he was traveling to Indonesia to meet his own guru, Zelingba, his ship, he was going by ship on a boat, and then his boat ran into a storm and was about to sink. And then he supplicated Tara, and his boat was saved, and he did not drown, nor did the boat sink. And so that is actually the prayer that he spoke to Tara at that time is the prayer that we always recite, the prayer of Tara who protects from the 8 fears and so on. So this is Atisha's relation to Tara, and so then at one point there was a king in Upper Tibet, in the area of Ngari, which is also close to kind of Ladakh and the higher upper regions in Tibet. There was a king called Lama Yeshe, and he tried to invite Atisha many times, but it never worked out, and he never arrived. And so, due to some negative circumstances, then this king passed away, and then many relatives and subjects wanted to invite a very special pandita from India, but also during that time, actually, that had to be done in secret because no panditas, no scholars were allowed to go from India to Tibet. So they were not sent to Tibet at that time. So it would all have to happen in secret. But then Atisha received this invitation from this Tibetan king, and he knew that all Tibetan kings are bodhisattvas, and he felt that if I wouldn't go, then that would not be good because all kings have to follow the command of a bodhisattva. And so then he made a prayer to Tara, and he was in Bodh Gaya, and he asked, should I go? Would there be a benefit if I go? And then she appeared directly to him and said, you should go. You would bring great benefit to the beings in Tibet. It would just cut your life a little bit short. And so then he went to Tibet. And actually this place where he supplicated Tara in Bodh Gaya, and there it's called the Nientang. And nowadays there's the Nientang Tara temple there. And the Tara in that Nientang Tara temple there in Bodh Gaya, that Tara was Atisha's main meditational support.
Tachi tene ten jikten sumo na ta chasa shimbo ngoro tangbo tobi ne kala jisu druma du xie sei te druma jabdun se ten ze ya yora jabdun ten di shou la sha shandwa.
Also Lord Chitwan Sumgön, when he attained the city of Mahamudra, or the accomplishment of Mahamudra, he saw 7 aspects of Tara indirectly, and this is when he then composed this very famous prayer, the 7 verses of supplication to Tara for protection.
단들이 망가랑서 송두테네 단이바 다케 내조르네 다 옴슈네 단제 남반다르 소바와 이마고 한서 다제 통다 다제 라지 동반도 코쇼사 나워 동반이체 워텐두 제 딩강 다조 생각랑서 테레다 파 당보 동반다스 장 테레 소타 지고 쇼레 가서는 가서 다서 남도 요 심이 사진은 텐트 교사 말제 다시 도체 샤차 풍보 망보 트롭도 잠 지바티남 그렇게만 돈이 나서 받잖아요. 테네 티난 소사지나 테네 저 서버도 다 지토비아 어텐트 요사리 어텐트 장가랑 소소다 내리만 단도바 로선도 코랑 나지라 단도바 카세원도 데 로선도 지수들만 코랑 고도 어저콜레타 소소데 스콤 고쇼리 소소데 스콤 혼도 다제 샤차 정도 사도는 트롭데 텐트 멤버지 제 사도 정도 나서 소야오라 사키 고킹하오레 연자 정도 세르상라 소고킹하요로 어디서 멤버지 소소소소 자송 나지제 기타 소소소소 나 나메 그거라 차라 나지수준마 힘바 통다간 마드롭데레다 텐트 남세 나나 라지 마드롭스 텐트 지수준마 소소다 르포티 잠 텐트 다즈 테스토 공보쇼 단 도르나 내리마 단 돈바디나 다 참말로 오고나 잠도 다 지원도 데 카지고
And the next is second, the yoga of the self-visualization. And so first there's the Shunyata mantra. So first we purify all into emptiness, and then from emptiness we arise as the deity. And the reason for doing that is that we cannot really practice a deity genuinely if we do so with many thoughts and afflictions in our mind, and if we do so with an ordinary perception, seeing the deity as ordinary with flesh, blood, and bones. So that's why we first purify all into emptiness, and then we arise from within this empty state, like like a new being appearing. So But while you recite the following visualization, just to practice according to the recitation, to the text, but don't think of the deity as being a material, concrete thing that possesses flesh, blood, and bones, or is like a statue made out of clay or a rock or metal like gold and silver and so on, but rather see a deity as like a rainbow in the sky, appearing very clearly as Tara, but lacking any true substance, any true existence. So think that this is what I really am. So we don't need to read the whole visualization now because it's very clear.
tene da jidang na te chi da jidang da so so ngajar se ko chore la yin zam ni ngajar de kasen la yin zam ni ngajar so na so jerem te ji su zhi ma gom tu ya la pengere kadu na jolam sama so so ji su zhi ma yin zam te zam no dang de jina tene la so ngajar tempo cha so ya gom tu ya wo te ngajar se chira mi na tene han zai la te gom ma to ti su ngire te yin so ti ji su zhi ma yin zam ni te ngajar chi ko ngajar se ti so na so so 주라 아테 화차서 소샤트비아 팽게를 지주들만 화차는 건다 소소 이 점리 화차서 샤트 도야 팽게를 와 와티엔디 와티엔디 가자세 디스코쇼리스.
And so then when you visualize yourself as Tara, you need to develop a divine pride, a confidence of really being the deity. And only then will the generation stage become beneficial and really stable and firm. If you don't have this divine pride, this confidence of being the deity, then you are not really able to practice the deity actually. So when you visualize Tara, you should have a conviction. I'm thinking that that's what I really am. And if you think in this way, then you are placing an imprint of really being the deity into your mind.
tene da jidang aran so da zai so so chung na chenong jiktian samji da zai ji su zhi me xin kam zhong de nang chu sim jian samji ji su zhi ma yin zam ti ga nang ji ke so so ji su zhi ma yin zam de ten zhu ka du na da zai ten zhu jun tu zai kang tu so nyam na chi gu na so de aran so te sung ji to hua te kar chung kyo ren ta me nang wa xian ba ta so den chung kyo ro ta me nang jian se se den 원타면 나게 될 때는 대 자당 뭐som 지성마 중고 되는 그런 참여 같은 저셔와 되는 되는 당가서티 다다티 저소 파장 투표한테 팽게를 지나 진호 하래 나주사래 자 가르잖아 나 그런다다 못해 가르 중나 전주 제 전토 가르 중나 조교장 인호协投야 어떤 중송나 되는 소소게 냠냐치 투표를 팽게를 어디서 말하래 지나와 제다 나나치스 지나와 제다 나나 마토트는 투나이스 마토트는 투나이스 유지 신바 쟁마시스 유지 신바 쟁조레스 유지도 신바스 나서 야zen 통나 야zen 통나 차 로진 통나 나한테 자당할 때는 그런 장도 효로 되는 유지 쟁마 쟁마시스 또바나라 라크나스 또바나라 라크 통효다 다 가리나 참마 라크 통효래 유난 셈제 초시야 대대 유난한테 셈제 남나치야 초시결게레스 어때네 지수면량 거르잖아 요 그래서 심지만동 상제통스 송요 심지만동 상제통스 그 심지통스도 상마 상제통스도 정도와 어때서 주제 남나치 톰내고 서와.
And so we should think that the entire outer universe is the pure land of Tara, and all inner sentient beings are Tara, and I am Tara. Yourself, you're Tara. So that's important to sustain. This awareness is important to sustain at all times. And that clears away our ordinary thoughts of a subject, object, and ordinary subject-object duality. And the dualistic thinking really arises from an ordinary perception or clinging, fixating to the idea of ordinariness. And because we do fixate to ordinariness, we develop thoughts of attachment, anger, and ignorance. And these thoughts cause us to wander in samsara. So cultivating a pure perception helps us to purify these ordinary perceptions. So you see the outer world as a pure land, and all the beings as a deity, and all sounds as the mantra, and all rising thoughts as the Dharmakaya. Milarepa said that whatever outer appearance appears to an unrealized mind is a confused appearance. It will cause the mind to fall into bondage. The object keeps the mind, the outer object keeps the inner mind in bondage. And that's the end of the quote. So good to when we see good things, then we develop an attachment, and when we see negative things, we develop an aversion. An attachment and aversion are the roots of samsara. And then the quote continues, but to a realized mind, all appearances appear as the form of the deity. And to a realized mind, therefore, all appearing phenomena become an enhancement to one's practice, or appear as an enhancement to one's practice. And then in a different song, Milarepa said, I do not see sentient beings, I only see Buddhas. So this is really the best way to practice.
Tene dangarang zu tere mar song du te dakchi te gom tsar tene ihe ba jian chang te chi tene da shurang ju ji tere doban ra jin dowa se su do chi ju ma doba pu tene ta wang korea te do wang korea te wang korea te ta choga sama le yoro wa te wang korea te kare se na ta wang te ji dangarang zu ta ta wang de la na ta ji dang di na jere min du hun be wang ra chu ku wang te ji bo re ta ma chi chu ku wang te na 어떻게 누구한테 가르치는 것도 다시 람kin 냠내비 내가라 드바티 장투 그랬어. 드바티 장투 그랬더니 스타소소 줄라 탐색 냠장으로 가르는 드바 상마 파장투 그랬어. 어떻게 산라 파치에서 시투 그랬어. 어떻게 드바된 산라 파치 쇼쇼로 어떻게 그 마음발라 상제 잡들 왕고려. 제가 있는 게 맞아로제 다 흔동 파 잡잡라고 치고는 왕 거스 어떤 랍총도 생나지데 마음바 소소 상제네 왕 고려 어떤 루케 고파요레스 단나소네
Die Schock der Kawatok-Song, den haben wir
쇼데 타타센도 저거
so. Okay, yeah. And so then you recite the self-visualization. So you visualize yourself as the deity. Then next, you invite the wisdom beings. And then on page 18 is a praise to the deity. And on page 19 is an empowerment. And so the empowerment here is a vase empowerment, or it's often called a water empowerment. And we receive this empowerment in order to purify the obscurations while we are practicing on the path. And we are purifying all the generated vows and samayas. And because obscurations, and if there are obscurations in our mind and the generations of samaya, then this is what actually causes all obstacles. And so by purifying these obscurations, we are also purifying obstacles. And the tradition of empowerment comes from an old Indian tradition where when a prince was about to seize the throne of a kingdom, there would be an how do you call that, an inauguration, or like I forgot the name, but you enthrone an enthronement of a king. So and so for us, in our case, we received the empowerment to receive the kingdom of enlightenment in the future.
dene tangaran su jizu druma de nichsasait marze interessant chirwa dene omji de shodan nichsani le marwa te chidu dene omji tu ma pama druma la chance lo se lamdo ta dene du se om se du ta yege se yore naru ze se undo pakul naru te ma gorgoje yorate a som yora dene oma a pons oma a pon de ta ko ko som dong ko som cha ku 구송통 남 송셔 구송통 나 제수들의 구송통 남 차기 쇼데 어떻게 송셔레스 되네 om Jitsu ma Jitsu mas Jitsu masera ta karsan ta domba zomtang denba sotar domba changsho simke domba zanga domba ti domba zomtang den de Jitsu mas Jitsu mas Jitsu ma pangma sen za chepan pa barwa ronma sen na pangma se ta karsan kunde ni le mene kurwa da nyang de le mene ta sanje top de ge sha sanje top de te mene ba pangma sta 심지어 잠시 콜발 조리아 durma 어제는 제수 durma tel라 랑kelunga 이som 고좀 그게 근두탕 제베고네 제 차세야들라 차세로스 엄제수마 파마 durma라 차세로 스타트 코효사리.
Then we go to page 22, and there is the verses of homage to the 21 paras. And so it begins with homage to the noble exalted Tara. And so the syllable actually contains the syllables a and hung. So the three syllables are, the letters are contained within the syllable. And so therefore the syllable also represents the enlightened body, speech, and mind. And then Chitsunma in the Tibetan is the noble. So it's a noble one, a noble lady is one who possesses the three vows, Pratimoksha, Bodhisattva, and Vajrayana vows. Exalted is she's superior. Superior in that she does not abide in samsara or nirvana, meaning that she has attained the state of enlightenment. And then Tara, because she is the one, the liberator. Tara means liberator. So she is the one who liberates all sentient beings from samsara. And then homage, that's the last word in Tibetan. So with body, speech, and mind, with my three doors, I respectfully pay homage.
that's the mar song that tambo the tini band that's the mar this jeshin da jina tambo the loju gang doba. Then gu gang doba. Then chlen gu doba. That's the yosa tambo the loju gang doba the changze durma nyorma bamus jian ge je lo tang zama jian song gong chu che xie ji kesa che ba le chu ma se wo de za chang se ya de ji zhu ma chang se xiu wa wo de ne ta de changze durma se na changze durma se ta durma ta xu yin ba sim jian tam ni kor ba le son dong ya zhuo to ya durma nyorma se na ta chlen nyor bo yu ba jar wa song ji xian chlen nyor ba ta nyorma ta du da hua xi tang ya zu la mi jom to ba lan jom to ya le ba mo se na ba wo ro ro ta ba mo wo de ne wo像这种嘛你嘛把我见的给也老长这嘛是我他见的给也老长这嘛是我这一些见的给也老就把东西就不有吧现在他们去sai投票我这个呢也是稍setting杀了今天从他们去可能我在就不sai投票这里老长这么就不让的可能呢sai投票这个吧是呀我真的今天总共确切些呢是今天总共的今天谁的吧今天谁的了我setting杀了que zom dan jikten zom sena tere sawo satin sala zom jikten zom jing kongcha ta chune papa jena series o de ti ke jikten zom chuche le chongse chuche sena da jena jisu ma jena se ke jenja al chong le jena se ke da simchen tong mambu ze chi da simchen kong ter gong le da simchen tam chi tam kurwa dong to be sa u da simchen tong mambu chi san ze siglu simchen yong song yo mares这公被第头就来建价票的是，这就是建价在地区中嘛，从呢这个其他罗花结果是，什么样东西罗花结果是，我这就中的给价过来是的，我这建价所接的了，我建价的没错别嘛，中提浪地区中嘛，从是的吧，我这对起。
So the first verse is a praise to her history, her story. The second is a praise to her form, her body. And the third is a praise to her activities. So the first one says, homage Tara, swift, courageous, eyes that flash as fast as lightning, sprung from Lord Chenrezig's bursting lotus heart eyes, ocean of tears. So first, homage to Tara, so prostration to Tara. So again, Tara is the one who liberates sentient beings from samsara. Swift refers to her enlightened activities. So her activities are even swifter than that of other Buddhas. And courageous because she is able to defeat all demonic obstacles. So through her great wisdom, she is able to quickly benefit sentient beings. So that is eyes. The eyes are like the wisdom eyes that flash as fast as lightning. So with her wisdom eyes, she quickly benefits beings. And sprung from Lord Chenrezig's bursting. So Lord Chenrezig literally is the protector of the three worlds. And the three worlds are the upper direction, the lower directions, and on the surface. And so she's born from an ocean of tears. So she's born from the tears of Chenrezig. And so Chenrezig first thought that he can liberate sentient beings. He can empty samsara. And then as much as he tried, sentient beings just didn't get any lesser. So then eventually he lost heart and he became very sad and he started to cry. And then from his tear, on his tear, first there appeared a lotus, and then on that lotus appeared Tara. And so this is how Tara was born. And having been born on his tears, she then offered her assistance to Chenrezig.
tene da Google doba je yor sela sonti Google doba tela lonku gon doba tan chuku gol doba ni yores ten du tela tambo tela shebe gon doba tene chuku gan lonku gan doba tela tambo te wa tela shebe gon doba te chuo gon doba wa ten du yores
Ni chodi chukure.
mare ma koran lonku tela ani yores
Yeah. And then, as we said, the second verse is a praise to her form, and so that refers to her Sambhogakaya form and Dharmakaya. And so the first one is the Sambhogakaya, and that is twofold. So there is a praise to peaceful form and a praise to the wrathful form.
tene dati tendoa 다다디 담보디 제리 송 다다 시베곤 도바 시베곤 도바 텔라 도바 시베곤 도바라 도바 텔라 담보르바세 초요레스 시에테소 당월에 세고월에 와제 초시들 티고 시에테소 전제고 베곤 도바제치 군도한테 창센테 주카레 총 티고 도바타니 산 da jarba zi ta ji ba ji su ju man ku khor che re sa ti gan do ba som wa te men du cho tam ji pa no to ya da ti ku gon do ba da she wa den ji tian ki la chen bo da ze la wang jo la so sang pa la so so sang pe ku khor chi sa yin ba de la do ba da wa te pa ro men du cho tam ji pan jom to ya ti do ba da wa te ju do ba chou yo re
So the first one is a praise to her peaceful form, and that there actually contains 6 praises. And the first one is a praise to her clear and radiant, luminous face. And the second is a praise to the rest of her form, her color, her implements, ornaments. Then the third is the praise to the fact that all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas show great respect to her. And then fourth is a praise to her ability to defeat all unfavorable conditions. Then fifth is a praise to the fact that great powerful gods like Brahma and Shiva and so forth all show great respect to her. And then sixth is a praise to her ability to conquer all fear.
다 상보데 니바 자데 지나 도바 지는 니바로와데 창제 동게 나와 군투 강화 자네 제비 자세 니 작세 나올레 티나지 니바로와 도바 니 작세 요로 나는 니바들와 창제 동이나 다다 시베고 도바 지나 다 상보들와네 창제 동게 나와 군투 강화 자네 제비 셰마 가르마 동차 초바 남지 rabdu chiwe waram barma sirung duwa tate o tene chanse ya de daji ziruma chanse ya rwa 어드네 창제 동ken 다와 다와 신발 세게레스 비 가보요 통다 코쇼레 어드는 다와 비냐 칸데레 비 메시세보요 봐 전나기다 지수 좀 메시스 들으여서在这版中我这边的甚至面吧那把确实蹦下来写的长点吧当长点吧甚至有吧干嘛东厂忙不他妈这蹦下来那就我这样出去的嘞干嘛他我这样的就有了甚至我这样出去的嘞我甚至有的是我甚至出特别甚至有的是但是有些是我他干我甚至有的是我才多说啥吧
So then the second verse is the praise to the peaceful form, Homage Tara, whose face blends 100 autumn moons at their peak, shining with expanding brightness like 1,000 stars assembled. So that is the peaceful form. And so again, homage to Tara, the liberator, and then 100 moons. Her face is like 100 moons at their peak, or autumn moons. And so it is said that the autumn or fall moon is much more clear than any other moon. So the full moon in autumn is very clear, and her face is just like that, unobscured by any clouds, luminous and radiant, shining with expanding brightness like 1,000 stars assembled. So if you imagine thousands, the luminosity that emits from 1,000 stars, that's how luminous she is.
当你把这枪线工作枪线的有工都把它说对对对呢枪线自动去呢姐边边枪的那把的嘛你把总主个头些吧说把咱们天就有你嘛是我这人多他这对这了他枪线自动现在思路的说的思路呢我也就提出来别这样了也许咱们去写这有啥话挺多的嘛工作的咱们去写挺多的嘛我这样呢我不介意说真的是看到枪支生活圈内的边边抢那把的肩膀是我的去那这边边嘛的有啊抢用配tipsy 去弄送的嘞我真是年纪让年纪这个是咱们说的话咱们说这个的怕卡些的嘞我这就看的是那金吧专注他是从个吧出钱我这从个别gato从个别特别出钱我这毛病没把是写了说吧3天我这第八罗请把抽我从娘们去的这里穷的是也是我这拍起抽的他就去那上节那拍起抽过去了我这娘们去的是我这从学的就特点穷的也是
第开啥也把用把开的啥也把开的用把
茶叶吧也茶
用他们也等你起来用从你用把了
用吧对茶用吧
So then next is the praise to her form, like the color and her appearance. And that's verse number 3. Homage Tara, golden mother, hand adorned with a blue lotus, giving effort, diligence, peace, patience, meditation, your sphere. So there's this mix of golden and blue. So golden and blue together is the actual color of refined gold. And then, so this lotus is in her left hand and between her ring finger and thumb, and she holds it at the heart level, and the blossom of the flower blooms right next to her ear. And then this embodiment, this form of her is the result of having practiced the 6 paramitas. So she appears, or the 6 paramitas have become the cause for this appearance. So generosity, ethical discipline, patience, diligence, meditation, and then wisdom that clears away all ignorance. So she is the fruition of the 6 paramitas.
他总把这加入成上节的吧，上节这一场节吧，他区别点别个，都把这也是区别点吧的。我真的他像这些音乐别做错，他也能把它加别就嘛，马路跑到前边特别加别这些兴趣点嘛，他这的话， 我写中是我在强气咋记住嘛？我强气的记住嘛强气啊，我的啥的记住嘛推送上街他们去用不是用米吧真的用米对的用不是我的用米对的我做托这呢没去做他们去number 加为就的修的记住上街他们去记住了的我做托这了修的没去做他们去办用特别好我听着有的我这么记他社区在当真的社区强调什么但这说假如这他们去상제 창조 선발서도 탐이 그거시네 제주도 마 소소 그가 전에 직속래야 너무 땡기랬어 어때 어떤도 야 땡기랬어 그거시네 다 그게 그거라 땡야한테
And then numbers 3, third kind of praise is verse number 4, and that is that all the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas show great respect to her. Homage, Tara, dusk gone one's crown, your victorious deeds are boundless, relied on by Bodhisattvas who have gained every perfection. So again, homage to Tara, so prostration to Tara. Dusk on one's crown, so she's the mother of all the Buddhas after 3 times, and so she's at the crown of all the Buddhas, and as the crown of all the Buddhas, she is Namgyal, or the one all victorious ones who destroys all negative conditions. And she is worthy of respect by the Bodhisattvas on the 10th Bhumi and all the Buddhas, so they show great respect to her.
真的他想那样吃饭的送到当那这些的看嘛就是那种的
So we'll stop here for today, but if we have 10 minutes for questions, if you have any.
글쎄
Is this Tara number 4 also like Pragya Paramita as well as Vishnu Vijaya?
Angi the drama shiba the rava tonsin shiba the drama the kare shara paro tu chimba yungche motirve yana namgyama.
다시라 바로 심바 나 상만 뭐지 그래 있어
Sama kare mo chipare.
시라 바로 심바 선나라 지수들 마세 뭐지 그래 있어
Yeah, so we can, as is Prajna Paramita, the perfection of wisdom, who is one with Tara.
I had a question. Does Drupal have any suggestions for boredom and restlessness during mantra recitation? Because we are sitting for like about an hour and a half, give or take, so it's very easy to become bored.
Tani samsang so chuchik tan sheka chuchini yuring boti gorwa nyampadun. Tani samsang la pe nyopkitwa boring and nyopkitwa. Tani tikabla kare nyampadun de kansin yuring bo so te gorwa. Tani tani ti aris nyopsi gira. Tani ti kisi nyopna tani kare chi gore.
我在牛皮那年把当呀，当不年别没块的系统呢，我年别没块的没把当年别家这个俺可是的，这个怎么当修呢？俺的牛皮那没送的的下呢，这个样呢，在工作强身，俺在这些怎么的当，我在节点就是说是那边怎么的当，我听出的是呢，俺在没块这些呢的，上这个这是。
So if you can start first with visualizing the visualization for the mantra recitation, and then if you start to feel a little bit bored having done that, then you can be focused just on the mantra garland at the heart. And if you get really bored, then you can also take a little break, take a rest, relax a little bit, and then come back and visualize again her form and the color and the implements, and to bring the visualization back up. So you can basically take turns in that way.
해야 되나? 다
I think I misunderstood. Which
stanza
Chi-
deals
ngay komen to chikyang.
form? Which stanza deals with Tara's form? Because the first one is her story. The second one is the form. I'm sorry. Which one is the activities?
Chinle khares chinle ke ba.
칠레 도바스나
The
제레 고스마타 테테 제레라는 데로 말해.
so that will come later. We're not there yet.
야, 근데 저봐 제 원단 있어.
We had one
One
question
more.
on Zoom as well. Let's see, what does the torma look like in the vessel
샤카레.
for the torma offering?
The torma kabla tini tornu kinala torma ki mikpa khana sa gore torma ki yep ta torma khanda ra mik gore.
돈마 예.
Torma
돈마 주야
torma
그래.
khul. No. Which torma?
I forget. There's a place there's a vessel, and there is a torma inside the vessel.
You mean in the beginning?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
예.
Pati ngunro torma inside. Tini
어,
kola tini torma ki shong no ba.
까토시 뭐 되겠어.
Uh
까토 벤답시 저저 여러 텐트 소나.
huh. So that is a white torma adorned with 4 lotus flowers.
And how much are we devoting to visualizing ourselves as Tara, and how much are we doing like front visualization or other visualizations of Tara? Are we doing both, going back and forth?
Tani takpa tagye yinki marwa. Tani tagye khatso gomgore. Tani dungye khatso gomgore. Ti tuche yun.
언더란 눈치 요 말을 다시 집어. You know.
So there is no front visualization here. There's just the self visualization.
예, 뒤소리도 상황 맞이 가지고 거리 수요하다래.
In terms of timing, of course, we practice it how long, how much, until we attain enlightenment.
대치 되네. 다 좋아 정도는 릭사래.
And one more question.
어?
Should I read it?
야, 안다 등산이 되네.
I don't see this. Sorry. Then should we visualize the 21 taras in this practice according to which tradition? Di nyamre se te tini drama niso chachi gomgo reves. Tini gomgona. Tini luxo kare gomgo res. Manicho chachi luxo kashi sara.
드라마 익사세 다 제상이 망아서 네가 곰도야 시라시야만도 티나 드라마 익사세 마다 도반데 동도 그러 티가들 그런 동검 장만다스 동 송바나 이제 고미하다 티두 그런 뭐 티두 잠도 이상에 데 안제 드롭타다 티두 잠마레 단데만 동검 장만다 시송들레스.
So we're not really actually visualizing each of the taras here, and it's just a praise to them. So we are just bringing to mind what we are actually reading here, but it's not like there's a sadhana in relation to each of those taras that we need to visualize now.
와, 지다 전신난 릭사레 스트레인 센삼신데 상닝아 손디죠 해 발레 칼마.
So then we stop here for today and continue tomorrow.
이나 선이 공다 티 취소 배전디 시가고 취소 주가 취소 요에 주제
Truk bangatire nga sanintire wang sanin chutse Los Angeles chutse niba ne ngapa parto kenshin laki gisi gora.
아네.
Teni ti keran so chutse da tira kore nipa ne chuni ne somba parto. Sa marabe.
괜찮 가지고 가들지 주소 이반으로 와.
니빠닝 근데 Los Angeles 주체 니바라.
그래.
계란소 주체 카레 시바 말해.
저 시바로.
시바라 말해. sorry. 시바네 좀 봐더라.
아래. 안 제발
시바네 좀
요요베.
요요 제일 좋지요.
아니 카스는 맞아 인문으로 버전 치러서 콜레도 다랑 뒤에
어.
계속 싫어요.
야야야.
아니 공나 쇼 제발하는 거로 같이.
기스 개바라. 시카고 개바. 내가 주스 쪽바라.
드라치소 쇼좀 조딘도 중간 많이 살더라. 그래.
주체 니 말해. 다나 주체 가져래.
좀 조었어.
Now what time is it now?
시바래.
안가서 니 바래. 주체 니.
아니 맞죠. 너. 야야.
야.
나는 누가 제가 신들죠.
분단 체크 딩아 가능하단 체크라. 뜻사래야.
야야.
야야. ini sani ngati kains nang chuti niba nga ko chu ko ra ini sani nga chuti niba la kinchin la kige se ko chu ko ko to
No.
ini nga chuti tamboran kama shipche shinga andona sho ra kama ta drama ka chuti kama shipche shinga
저게.
ini chela mangcha shon sho ra
그래.
okay ya
야, 안티다.
okay ini sani je yon
안티야 됐어. 이제.
ya tsering bye
야, 바이. 도지체.
thank you
Yeah, maybe offering tea. La dan la mi jo pian jen xiao jie bian mo la du de bon wa gun le zhun zi ma zhun ma yom la cho ba bu. Om dare du re so ha. 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 Om dare du so ha. Om dare du re 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 so. Om dare du re so ha. 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 so va om da re du re so da re du re so da re du re so da re du so da re du re 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 so da re du da re du re so da re da re du re so 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 re du re da re so da re du re so da re du so da re du re 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 so Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Dare Du Dare Du Re So Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Om Dare Dare Du Re So Om Dare Du 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 Dare Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Om Dare So Dare Du Dare Du Re So Dare Du Dare Du Re So Dare Du Dare Du Re So Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Dare Du Dare Du Re So Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Dare Du Dare Du Re So Du Dare Re So Dare Du Re So Re So Dare Dare Du Dare Du Re Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So Re Du Dare Du Re So Dum Dare Du Dare Du Re Ko Dare Du Dare Du Re So Dare Du Dare Du Re So Om Dare Du Dare Du Re Om Dare Du Dare Du Re So 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 Dare Du Re So Om da re do da re do re so. Om da re do. Om da re do da re do re so. Om da re do da re do re so. Dan do da re do re so. Om da re do da re do re so. Om da re do da re do so. Om da re do da re so. Om da re do da re so. Om da re da re do re so. Da re do re so. Om 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 da re do re so. Da re do re so. Om da re do re so. Da re do re so. Om 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 da re do re so. Da re do re so. Om da re do re so. Da re do re so. Om da re do re so. Om da re do re so. Om da re so. Da re do re so. Om da re ma re do re so. Om da re do so da re do re so da re do re so do re so da 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 re re so re so da re so da re so da re re so da re re so da re so da re so da re re so da re re so da re re fa da re so da re re so da re re so da re so da re so re so re so re so da re re so da re re da re so da re so da re re so da re so re so da re da re re so dare dure so dare dure so om dare dure so om dare dure so Avam dare dure so Om dare dure Om dare dure so Om dare dure so Dare dure Om dare dure so 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 Om dare Om dare dure so Om dare dure so Om dare dure so Om dare dure dare dure so dare dure so dare dure so Om begane da jeda pun pi Om subhava shuddha sarva Arma subhava shuddha Dong began le Om le rinpoche no yang xin jia chi ve nan Om wo tu shu wa le chung ve la zi le cho Torma Tanshin Tokpa Miba Samin Doyong Ranjin Tuchur.
From emptiness arises Om, from which appears a wide open jeweled vessel. Therein are Om, Ah, and Hung, melting and transforming into a pure and unimpeded torma composed of celestial substances and having the nature of the 5 undefiled sensory delights.
Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Argam Badin Zasova Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Badin Vare Zasova Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Bube Vare Zasoha Aryara Dare Sabare Var Duvan Barden Zasoha Aryara Dare Sabare Aloge Barden Zasoha Arya Loge Bare Ware Gende Barde Zasoha Arya Loge Shor Vare Nevede Barde Zasoha Arya Loge Shora Vare Shabda Korvale Dare Mai Dara Ji Doro Adere Nava Le Dorma Yom La Chan Sarado.
Om, you are the mother Tare who liberates us from samsara. With Tutare you free us from the 8 fears, and with Ture you save us from every disease. Homage and praise to the Savioress, Mother Tara.
Choji Dormande Yela Ne Jorda Chan Kurchila Ane Mieze Dawan Chodan Abe Tan Chatan Garbasan Alon Choja Chen Guton Zor Xie dang jie la so ba ye le jie mo zhuo da la zu a tam zhe jian jie da la zong a mo zhuo gun jie dong zhuo zu ye me jie wa na me baranzo ame na nge tang se ma nge che tian nge ba me baranzo anje tian de shen lo le ba andre na pe shen shun pe tang de le pu sun so ba tang ye nan do ba gun lo
Accept this Torma offering and grant us yogins and our retinues good health, long life, power, glory, fame, good fortune, and every great enjoyment. Please bestow the cities of the four activities, such as pacifying and increasing. You, endowed with Samaya, please protect me, help me to attain every accomplishment, prevent untimely death, illness, evil spirits, and impediments, eliminate bad dreams, ill omens, and nefarious deeds. May this world be filled with happiness and abundant harvests. May crops increase and dharma spread. May perfect goodness and all of our wishes be fulfilled.
Ma juryon se ma drup tang da lo mon be wan ke ne non bar kan chi so zo la ngo zhe tang ba zo wa re.
As you pardon any flaws that have occurred due to limitations, lack of skill, or my own delusions, you will certainly reward me with true siddhis.
Aryara Dare Samaya Manu Balaya Aryara Dare Dino Paradi Drupchö me Baba Sudukayo me Baba Subukayo me Baba Anurabu me Baba Sarvasiddhi me Varaya Sarva karma susame ha 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 ho bhagame sarva datanga tambanzare mare mamem aryara dare ma samaya asado aryara dare samaya manubalaya aryara dare dino paradi chanjido me baba asudo kayo me baba subo kayo me baba anurado me baba sarvasiddhi me prayasa Rama Suzame Sita Shriya Guru Ha 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 Om Bhagavan Sarvadadanga Tambhayadare Mame Munsa Azare Ma Asamaya Sadhu Aryadare Samaya Manubalaya Aryadare Dino Paradi Chanjicho me Baba Sudukayo me Baba Subukayo me Baba Anuravu me Baba Sarvasiddhi me Prayasa Sarvagama Sutame Siddham Guru Aha Om Bhagavan Sarvatathagata Ayatare Mame Munsa Ayatare Bhava Mahasamaya Sadhu Aryara Dare Sabare Var Argan Bade Zasova Aryara Dare Sabare Var Bade Barde Zasova Aryara Dare Sabare Vare Bhuve Barde Zasoha Dare sabare vare duvam barne zasoha o aryara dare sabare vare aloge barne zasoha Arya Dare Savare Vare Gende Varde Zasoha Arya Dare Savare Vare Nevede Varde Zasoha Arya Dare Sabare Vare Shabda Dobara Vola Dana Me Jupen Je Shabje Bemola Dute Apoma Gunle Junze Ma Jurma Yomla Cham Sa Do Dobara Woba Tam Jela 心格根结长年结，路途把也难过的，桥的这别多相似。
Homage and praise to the exalted Mother Tara, who liberates from all misfortune, and at whose lotus feet all devas and asuras bow their crowns in reverence. I continually bow with my body, multiplied to match the number of atoms in all of the realms. I extol and prostrate with utmost devotion to all those worthy to be praised.
解除经典的马头结见，大当得一生见当结结，真你将心从你女做的，做为上界托不然谁托付？在马头结在拉滚头阳，拉当没也得为叫做呢。 tham chi chen para ru pa chi pa la phar chi dong ge ram ta ni la tu me che wa chur wa na so je me la ge so ma yen ba so no ya je bu ra se wa na nyor tu shi shin mi ba ra zi tu ba 几天几天来年的巴当，这些的来不送做巴当，别天界别从那马日班，别米日去做不然子头，做不啦总心他们就别巴当，东你东，用东瓦当。 东野东头向什么人不接呀？因可乐伤心个巴达，别莫谈把心头在了解。那瓦他一家为我送把龙天把阳打开在头。 Da ke se ra ngu ne ro be la tu so ma san ji gun jin chen la ma ngu jiang xie ye xia ye yu xie ba yum ju ru be na be zha xi xiu ge ye zhong ba song ye ke yang song ye zhong ba ye bin ke yang 头开中邦谢家他大塞这些巴拉玛耶这些修。
Page 39. Exalted, transcendent Lady of Triumph, compassionate one, please remove the two veils of endless sentient beings and myself. Let us complete the two accumulations swiftly to reach complete awakening. Until that is achieved in all my lifetimes, please remove and pacify at once all obstacles, evil forces, epidemics and diseases, the various conditions leading to untimely death, bad dreams, ill omens, the 8 fears, and all harm, so that I may experience the highest joys of gods and men and attain omniscience, expanding and increasing the auspiciousness and perfect goodness of this world and beyond. Let all goals without exception be accomplished effortlessly and spontaneously. May I be diligent in practice, and may the sacred Dharma thrive. Let me gaze at your exquisite face as I continuously practice you. Let me realize the truth of emptiness, and let precious bodhicitta blossom and expand like a waxing moon. When I am born from a divinely beautiful and sacred lotus in the victor's excellent and joyful mandala, may Amitabha, the Buddha of infinite light, directly reveal his prophecy, and may I strive to attain it. O Goddess, whom I have practiced throughout all my lives, Mother of the enlightened deeds of all the 3 times Buddhas, blue-green with 1 face and 2 arms, you are the swift subduer. May the auspiciousness of the mother holding an Utpala be present. Mother of the victors, Tara, may I and others become just like you in form, retinue, lifespan, pure realm, and excellent noble signs of perfection.
各业众邦，各业扎西见面出结果，松根扎西tam chu de si扎，头结扎西娘咪出瓦咪，阳天扎西周周年年节。陈良扎西尊面图切出，尼阳扎西三阳扎西学。 年前大度这些的。
May the auspiciousness of the Dharmakayas unarisen form prevail. May the auspiciousness of nectar speech, the sound of holy Dharma prevail. May the auspiciousness of the unconfused, impartial mind prevail. May the auspiciousness of qualities that liberate the 6 kinds of beings from samsara prevail. May the auspiciousness of spontaneous, effortless activity prevail. May there be auspiciousness at day and auspiciousness at night. May there be auspiciousness and goodness always, day and night.
Now this book, please element, long the fair. 康热热为国为心康是偏堂的我马路中为内，家人希望定记将出也，下皮身体我土点就是节，光求人前总结我问你。 家天在把诸位别克然强，同个上波间接心在把，这来轮着个家下边说，光求总结点把在把啦。 界望求积存将别样，头天人间准面定自见，求见南外个家下边说，怕别与那二呀的瓦西，东看小孙个节来孙冲。 Ji Ken Gompo Tu Se Chu Ding Ba Aban Den Gar Chen Gu Se Gar Jar Den Shuman Tu Be Nor Je Bar Chu Je Zam Dan Gun Be Ran Re Nya Che Do Jia Tian Su Zhen Wu Pong Jin Zi Ba Ken Qian Guan Qiu Jian Zhen Xia Tian Zu.
For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit and bliss without exception. Tenzin Gyatso, you who are one with Avalokiteshvara, may you remain steadfast until samsara's end. Embodiment of the three precious jewels, Padmapani, who holds the teachings of the victorious one, seeing the all-goodness meaning with the wisdom eye. May you who are spontaneously established activities live long for hundreds of kalpas. Noble Manjushri, the Lord of Speech, who manifests to hold the teachings of the Triple Gem, who raises the lamp of the sage's teachings. May you who are the light of the Dharma live long for hundreds of kalpas. The one known in the Holy Land as Arya Deva, emanated into the Gar clan of eastern Tibet as Chodingpa, the heart son of Jigten Sumgong. May the life of glorious Garchen remain steadfast for 100 aeons. You who are richly endowed with the glorious wealth of Dharma knowledge, who through reflecting and meditating have actualized the self-aware absolute reality and shine with the 100,000 light rays of ethical discipline of the Buddha Dharma, may you, Khenchen Ratna Dwasa, live long.
Yeah, page 70. English.
Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, root, and lineage lamas, divine assembly of yidams and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, yogins, yoginis, and dakinis dwelling in the 10 directions, please hear my prayer. May the virtues collected in the 3 times by myself and all sentient beings in samsara and nirvana, and the innate root of virtue, not result in the 8 worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as a Shravaka or Pratikya Buddha. May all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, obstructors who harm, misleading Maras, and the hordes of demons experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that, may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise at the time of my death. May I not die with negative thoughts. May I not die confused by wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of mind as such and the pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I, in any case, gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo.
Okay. Today finish. Tomorrow.
Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock Central Time.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Nang. Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you very much, Rinpoche.
What? That's it.